So today we are planning to talk about working with ADHD in the counseling settings. And I don't know how many of you have neurodivergent clients, but I really hope today's session will help you. So I'm Nia Clark, living in this country for about 22 years now. My journey started with 3 suitcases. Now I'm very happy to feel at home in here, and I dedicated myself to coaching people, becoming a psychotherapist and counselor, a supervisor, a trainer in multiple countries. What I wanted to start with, why I'm dealing with ADHD and what took me on this journey is that lovely girl next to me, who is my daughter. She's nearly 18. Last year, we went to the lavender field here in Yorkshire, and we took a picture. It was really windy, but the lavender was absolutely fantastic. It completely relaxed me. We had a wonderful time. When she was 11 in high school, I was told, well, actually, she doesn't have dyslexia. She probably has ADHD. And finding out that, oh, my daughter also has ADHD really dysregulated me, and I didn't really know what to do with it as a parent.
Mm.
So I started to study it. I started to read about it, learn about it, listening to podcasts, and started to educate myself. What can I do when, as a parent, when she's struggling, when she's dysregulated? Where do I go? And after a while, as I was learning more and more about it, I realized I also have lots of clients who have ADHD. Somehow I draw clients this way. And that started to take me on a journey, because when I worked with ADHD clients, then I realized I don't have the tools to work with them. So I need to develop something, some kind of methodology, which helps to support them, not just recognize the signs, but move on from recognizing the signs, taking away something from the therapy room, from a counseling room, from the coaching sessions, what they can use in their everyday life and live better, feel better. And that led me to develop my first module, the ADHD treatment pyramid, and then it led me to write books, and it led me to hold workshops and trainings. I'm just setting up my online training program, which will be accessible very soon. So this is my story in a nutshell. And right now, I'm holding neuro-informed supervision, exam preparation support. I provide psychotherapy, counseling, and ADHD coaching for groups and individuals. Also, I hold workshops, not just in the UK, but in multiple countries, and setting up an online learning platform where people will be able to access trainings which are recorded in different topics. I already recorded an ADHD group coaching series with 10 sessions, and recorded another one, which is an ADHD coaching foundation. If someone wants to set up an ADHD coaching practice, that foundation program will help. And I will have a 40 hours afterwards, which follows in detail. From probably October, I will be starting a neurodivergent couples course, which will be again 10 sessions, specifically working with neurodivergent couples. And next year, I will be doing an ADHD course. How can we work with ADHD clients, because it becomes a little bit more complicated. So a lot is going on. And today, what we will do, we will be focusing on how can we work with ADHD clients. This session has 2 parts. We are holding one part right now, and then we will be holding another part in September.
Yeah.
Okay, can I ask everyone just kindly to mute the microphones? And when we arrive, that I'm absolutely happy to be unmuted if we have a relevant question. But that way we can assure that others can hear everything what they want to hear. So I have 3 books out. One of them is aimed to psychotherapists and counselors. It's traveling to the ADHD mind. This has an extensive program, sort of what I'm talking about in much more detail in that book. And this one has a counterpart, which is the ADHD Practitioner's Kit. It sort of helps the book with exercises, with questionnaires, with ticking lists, different things. You can just take it to your session and help yourself with it. And if someone wants to set up an ADHD coaching practice, there's the ADHD coaching book. It's also working together with the yellow book. If you want to have a look, you can have a look on Amazon. Just Google my name. I think a couple of things will pop up. So these are the two courses which I mentioned. I also will be starting a mentoring program from September for people who are working with ADHD clients or neurodivergent clients. Let me know if you are interested. I have my email address or website address on every single slide. Is nia@niaclark.com. Just drop me a line. So today, what we will be starting with is first we explore what is ADHD, what do you know about ADHD, and look into how can we think about it, how can we contract in the therapy room for it with the ADHD client, and we look into what is the difference between a trauma-informed mindset versus the neuro-informed mindset, and how can we weave these two together, and what are the client presentations in the therapy room or the counseling room when you meet the client, and look into the 8 senses. I think this will be a good